Off the Beaten Path. Off the Beaten Path. Brand new country. And we're not talking that top 40 crap either. This is where you can hear great singers and songwriters, and they just don't have the backing when it comes to labels. Guest interviews and everything from pop country to bluegrass and folk to hip-hop. This is Off the Beaten Path.
Off the Beaten Path podcast, me, Ben Merritt. It is another week, so therefore another round of some great country music, up-and-comers, some that you may recognize as we get into the family reunion with Mr. Corey Smith and Sonia Lee. Also, we've got Dave and Whitney stopping by as our special guests for this week, the lovely couple. Going to tell us a little bit about the serendipitous way and the magic number that kind of drew them together as a music pair and as a couple in life. Very deep stuff. We're also going to hear from Dean Brody, Amanda Watkins and Jamie Johnson duet, Josh Abbott Band coming up, as well as Robbie Johnson, Carissa Lee, and Anderson East to start us all off right here. This is a tune called Satisfy Me. Again, this is off the Delilah album. Check it out. He is Miranda Lambert's new main squeeze. But he's very talented outside of that as well, too. It's Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt.
I sipped the finest brandy, smelled the sweetest perfume. I kissed the softest lips, but even they wouldn't do. I drove the Autobahn in a coupe de ville, climbed Kilimanjaro. It was just a hill. Now it's gonna take more to satisfy me. Satisfy me. Now listen here, baby, just as fine as they come. But you're selfish little lover, hot and cold, hit and run. Oh, got a PhD in TLC, and there's so many fish in the sea, and it's gonna take more to satisfy me. Oh, to satisfy me. Satisfy me. It's gonna take more. Gonna take more. It's gonna take more. Gonna take more. Satisfy me. Oh, to satisfy me. Satisfy me. Oh, satisfy me. Oh, satisfy.
Off the Beaten Path.
It's great on my iPod. It's on my phone, on my iPad.
I always listen on my computer at work.
Log on and listen. Like us on Facebook. Search for OTBP Podcast to join the conversation. Follow Off the Beaten Path on Twitter at OTBP Podcast.
Sometimes I drink, have an occasional smoke, spend $200 on a pair of shoes even though I'm broke, and I think I'm being healthy, drinking Diet Dr. Pepper when I know better. I'll be 3,000 miles past due for an oil change. I'll lay in bed, answer that text from an old flame, and you'll find me by the slot machine with my hand on the lever when I know better. Heaven knows what's good for me, but that ain't always what I something they've done. I'll use the word sinner, point with my finger instead of my thumb. And that old flame that I mentioned, yeah, we might get back together when I know better. 'Cause heaven knows what's good for me, but that ain't always what I need. But we may add a few years to my life. Tomorrow, yeah, it can wait. 'Cause Lord, I'm living for today. Mostly what I need to feel tonight. And I'm sure feeling good tonight. My mama taught me well, but as I'm getting older, I don't feel quite as guilty for indulging this devil on my shoulder. 'Cause heaven knows what's good for me, but that ain't always what I need. But we may add a few years to my life. Tomorrow, yeah, it can wait. 'Cause Lord, I'm living for today. Mostly what I need to feel tonight. And I'm sure feeling good tonight. When I know better. When I know better.
Off the Beaten Path podcast, me, Ben Merritt, Carissa Lee, and When I Know Better. Ben Merritt hanging out with you, trying to introduce you to some brand new country music. Again, it's a long, arduous path because there's so many new ones. As a matter of fact, Carissa Lee herself, not only did she put out an EP back about 6 months ago, little over that, but she's also put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a Christmas single just this year alone, too. So, again, lots of great stuff out there for you to know from people that you didn't even know you were supposed to know things about. So confusing. Here's a guy that has been on the show before, at least some of his music. I'm working on trying to get him on the show. His name is Robbie Johnson. The latest track is called Hate Me Tonight. It's on the Don't Look Back album. And here it is, Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt.
I know we can make it through this if we just stop dancing all around it. I'd rather go through hell tonight than drag this out. Another day of what's the matter, baby, wondering what you're really thinking. Say what you're wanting to say. If we're gonna make this work, don't be scared to let it hurt. Face to face. Hate me tonight so you'll love me in the morning. Lace up the gloves, girl, hit me like a storm. And don't stop, don't hold back, let it all out, girl. Hate me tonight so you'll love me in the morning. You know I ain't want to pick a fight, and the last thing I wanna do is see you cry. But if we go round and round, pretending like everything's alright, we're gonna wake up in an empty bed, replaying what we should have said, reliving ways that we could have saved it. I don't wanna take a chance, missing what we could have had. Come on, girl, I can take it. Hate me tonight so you'll love me in the morning. Lace up the gloves, girl, hit me like a storm. And don't stop, don't hold back, let it all out, girl. Hate me tonight so you'll love me in the morning. Love me in the morning. Knock me out, use your words like a fist, as long as you wake me up with a kiss. Hate me tonight so you'll love me in the morning. Lace up the gloves, girl, hit me like a storm. And don't stop, don't hold back, let it all out, girl. Take me tonight so you'll love me in the morning. Lace up the gloves, girl, hit me like a storm. And don't stop, don't hold back, let it all out, girl. Take me tonight so you'll love me in the morning. Love me in the morning, love me in the morning.
Brand new country has a home.
Hey! Time for some music now.
Off the beaten path.
I'm a solid rock, a chip off a mountaintop, finely chiseled by the wind and rain. I work out in the storms, keeps me in fighting form. No, I won't back down from anything. But you're like a stick of dynamite, and I'm gonna light your fuse tonight. Get ready for a fireworks show. You blow me away. You blow me away. I'm a cold-blooded cynic. I'm a stone-faced critic. Oh, seems like nothing's worth a double take. Yeah, I'm open-minded, but I've been colorblinded, fed up and jaded by the hit parade. But baby, you're a work of art, and I've tried picking you apart, but I can't. You'll simply bowl me over. You blow me away. You blow me away. I'm a shaky leaf upon a sycamore tree, hanging high but barely holding on. I've been catching rays, I've been making shade, holding a shingle when the rains got strong. But I feel autumn setting and the green is fading from my skin, and oh, it's gonna be a long way down. But you blow me away. You blow me away. You blow me away. You blow me away. I've been a solid rock. I've been a cold-blooded cynic. I'm a shaky leaf, but you still blow me away. You still blow me away. You still blow me away. You still blow me away.
Off the Beaten Path podcast, meet Ben Merritt. It is family reunion time, and so we're checking in with Corey Smith, former, was a U.S. history teacher in Georgia, turned country music star, up-and-coming country music star, cough, cough. I had to correct myself there. That is his latest single called Blow Me Away. I love this guy. Like, he just turns words. You didn't even notice in there that it turned into used to blow me away, and then you used to blow me away, and he's just awesome. Corey Smith, Blow Me Away, family reunion time. And also, well, it's time to check in with another family reunion member. She actually came up to northern Wisconsin and did a show for the radio station I work for while we were chatting before for the Off the Beaten Path podcast. And she's awesome. She's just amazing. She actually created a ton of fans when she was here and was invited back to do a festival here in the Northwoods not long after her initial visit. Her name is Sonia Lee. This is the latest song from her, When We Are Alone. It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
It's Friday night, I'm all decked out. You don't know what you're missing now. I'm feeling hot, I got you on my mind. Me and my best girlfriends are ready to ride. Why don't you meet me downtown? Put your arms around me, kiss me hard and tell me that I'm yours, the way you do behind closed doors. Oh, the things you say when we are alone. You lay me down and tell me I'm your own. Here I am waiting, baby. Your words are singing to me like a song. The sun keeps setting on you like a stone. And I keep hanging on and on to the things you say when we are alone. The lights are low, music is loud. You should be here, dancing with me now. I'm feeling hot, I've got you on my mind. Me and my best girlfriend are ready to ride. Why don't you meet me downtown? Put your arms around me, kiss me hard and tell me that I'm yours, the way you do behind closed doors. Oh, the things you say when we are alone. You lay me down and tell me I'm your own. Here I am waiting, baby. Your words are singing to me like a song. The sun keeps setting on you like a stone. And I keep hanging on and on to the things you say when we are alone. When we are alone. You wanna catch me like a falling star, hang the moon, still my heart promises only go so far. The things you say when we are alone, lay me down and tell me I'm your home. Here I am waiting, baby. Oh, your words are singing to me like a song. The sun keeps setting on you like a stone. And I keep hanging on and on to the things you say when we are alone. When we are alone. When we are alone. The things you say when we are alone.
Off the Beaten Path with Ben Merritt.
Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt. It's always great to get some brand new country out to you guys. That's the whole point of doing this show every week here on your favorite podcasting websites, apps, things like that. But it's always great to connect with some folk that are from my general geographic area. You know, everybody thinks country music. They think Nashville. They think Texas, Georgia, Alabama. The South is always a pretty popular place for country music. But you know what? We here in the Midwest, we know how to country-fy everything up, too. We just don't country fry everything. I don't know.
Country fry.
Yeah, steak tastes good. It doesn't have to be breaded. Anyway, I'm going to lose some listeners if I keep talking like that. Dave and Whitney are from Indiana, and they're right here with me right now. Dave and Whitney, how are you guys?
Hey, we're good. This is fresh country music. We're actually brushing our teeth right now.
Absolutely. I already did mine, so now you have to talk to me while Dave's brushing his.
There you go. Here's the fun thing about it. I didn't tell you guys about this part. I do a couple icebreaker questions before we move on. Are you ready?
While we're brushing our teeth.
Yeah,
Icebreaker. It's too good.
Like icebreaker gum.
Yeah, exactly. There you
No
go.
pun intended.
Super fresh breath is what it'll be. So icebreaker question number 1 is, and feel free to be as specific or non-specific as you'd like. Where are you right now?
In the bathroom.
We're both in the bathroom.
There you go. That's a couple that is comfortable with each other. That is, I mean, come on now. You can't get any.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
We do it all. Well, you never know about it.
And then icebreaker question number 2, and this is the one that I really have started to like a lot, and I think I'm going to keep it around for a while. If we were to hit eject or just turn on your iPod or whatever it is, what was the last thing that you were listening to?
Oh, man. Yesterday, I just turned off our Spotify, and we had to do a little research. We were like, wow, we're writing a song, and our friend had some lyrics, and we were like, who does this like closely relate to? And we're like, we all agreed it was Luke Bryan. So we pulled up some Luke Bryan songs, and we were listening to, you know, how the songwriters were writing the songs, and we're like, man, this stuff is just so simple. That's why it's so catchy, because it's so simple. Literally strip it down to 2 chords, and we were like, oh, I'm blown away by this song because it's 2 chords, but yet it's so catchy and melodic that it just draws you in. We were kind of fascinated by that, and that's what we're listening to last.
Maybe Strip It Down was a play on words for songwriters and for the public.
That's what we're thinking. We're like, wow, music does really talk. It speaks volumes.
There you go. Well, Dave and Whitney here on Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt, and it is it's a pleasure to have some Midwestern folk here on the air. Both of you guys are from 2 very small towns in Indiana. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I got 1 stoplighter.
Yeah, and I'm actually from way out in the country. I don't even need stoplights out there.
You're just a stop sign kind of guy, huh?
Yeah, and look, a lot of those are torn down, run over.
Or got the buckshot through them or something
or
like
the
that.
buckshot, or the paintballs. Or
We all have those across the country. Don't worry. You're not alone, I promise, Dave. But growing up, Dave, you were, you were kind of, I don't mean to be rude about it, but you were kind of a nerd, huh?
Yeah, it happens. You know, I grew up. I think my dad was pretty smart. And I think I kind of got it from him. He's just a brainiac.
He's not pretty smart. He is smart, and so is his grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grandpa was actually the brainiac of the group. He'd take anything, and you go to the store and buy a security system. He'll look at you and be like, "Well, shoot, I can order all those parts and make it myself for $50 when it costs $300 for a security system, and mine could be even better than theirs." So I was like, okay, well, the ingenuity that runs in the family is, I'm blessed to be in this bloodline, that's for sure.
That's awesome. But you kind of worked it for yourself, too. I mean, obviously, you, with the critical thinking part of your brain, you learned how to play guitar at a very young age, and you were teaching people when you were not even legal to drive yet, is that right?
Well, my mom had to drop me off, and then in the summer, I'd ride my bike into town. It was, about 5 miles into town, so I'd ride my bike, and he actually, the owner of the store, he was like a second dad to me. I come down from lessons one day, he said, well, when you ready to give lessons? I looked down, I was like, me? Give lessons? I just couldn't believe it because it was so far-fetched. I just started taking lessons. And he really believed in me, which was a really big help for me personally. Someone to believe in you, that's everything. So I'd ride my bike into town, I'd teach lessons, and he also gave me like a mowing job on the side. So I'd take his truck. It was one of them old school trucks with the tires with the metal beads in it.
Oh, yeah.
Like snow tires. I know you guys got them up there.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, up here in northern Wisconsin, we got that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So I'd take a truck, put the lawnmower in it, go mow a few yards, and come back. That's how I made money when I was 15. And luckily, my whole life, I've never really had a real job, as people would say. I've kind of used my gifts and, brought it to people and turned it into, extra spending money.
Absolutely. I mean, if you can turn your hobby into a job, cough, cough, podcasting, cough, cough, it's never really work, is it? I mean, it's always going to be enjoyable to you. So.
Amen. I can attest to that for sure.
All right. Now we're going to talk to the pretty one of the group. Whitney, you came from a small town as well.
I can attest to that, too.
And she, Whitney, you've, you went to school for like a medical degree almost, kind of, right?
Yeah, I totally did.
Yeah, and
Well, I went to college to be a respiratory therapist.
yeah, that's critical thinking. That's, definitely like applied sciences. I mean, that's almost a completely different kind of part of your brain to use for like music. But music's always been in your blood and things like that too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Ever since I was a little girl, Reverend Vicky, which was our preacher or reverend at our church growing up, and she was like, "Can you sing?" And that's how it all kind of got started. And we went up to the piano after church, my parents and I, and that's how the entire singing career got started. I wasn't exactly doing it on the big level. I was just doing it in church and local events until I met my David. And then we went from there. But until then, I was just local and church stuff. And so she's the one that helped me get started. And my, health industry where I was at there had to do with my special needs sister.
Mm-hmm. And that's why you went into the medical stuff, and you wanted to help her out and kind of spread your caring joy and things like that to everybody that needs it, or.
Yeah, that was the goal. I thought if I could help somebody out and make a difference in people's lives, then I feel like that would be my purpose and here on this earth.
When I met Whitney, that's what I thought. Joy just oozes out of her, and it's something that needs to be shared with everyone. She's got a real gift.
Well,
and it's actually Katie's birthday today.
Yeah.
Hey.
She's coming to our show tonight, so we're so excited about that, and she's going to be excited. It's going to be her 22nd birthday.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so we crossed on a great day. So we're going to gear up for our show and have Caitlin at the show. Mom and Grandma's get her ready. Matter of fact, while we're in the interview, Mom already called. So good to see you here.
Yeah, again, I'm trying not to pull you away for too long because I know you got that going on. So let's.
Oh no, it's all blessing. It's all the same. Yeah, it's all the same. It's all blessing. Mom knows.
All right.
Grandma knows.
Well, let's talk about a song, and then we'll talk about how you guys met afterwards. The song "Another Now" to me, it's not the song that you're pushing to country radio yet, cough cough, but it's definitely a song that I hear on the EP, and it makes me realize that you guys are so diverse, and you're so like your range is so different. You can go from rock and upbeat kind of fun tune to another one, which is very Another Now, which is a very heartfelt, very,
love ballad.
Yeah, definitely. So tell us about that one and how that one came to you guys, and then we'll take a listen to it.
Okay. Yeah, so we, when we were looking for some songs, like the ones that we wrote, we were excited to be pitched Another Now, along with Alibi. And when that came about to us, it was totally a blessing. And we were like, well, we don't have a love song. We didn't write any of our own love songs in the sense of none of our own personal stories have yet come out into a song. So we thought, why not grab this? Because as soon as we heard it, we thought it was so relatable to us.
Yeah.
When all the stars line up. And that's exactly what happened to us when we met. Like, we didn't actually understand it until we were old enough to understand it when grandparents or people that you met had said, you know when you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll hear about that that happenstance of meeting each other in just a little bit. But first, let's listen to this one. This is called Another Now. It's Dave Whitney here on Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt.
We can stop before we take this a little too far. Before you end up in my arms. Before somebody gets a broken heart. We can wait, take our time and talk about this. Make sure that it all makes sense. Play it safe and just stay friends. What if we don't get another night quite like this for a first kiss? Tell me what if all the stars line up for us and we let them down? Baby, take a look at me, take a look around. There's never gonna be another now.
I'm afraid if we let ourselves get lost, that's a line that we can't uncross, a light that we can't turn off. Oh, but tonight I just want to stay here in your eyes. Let the moon watch you hold me tight. It's a feeling that I don't want to fight. Baby, you're right. What if we don't get another night quite like this for a first kiss? Tell me what if all the stars line up for us and we let them down? Oh, baby, take a look at me, take a look around. There's never gonna be another now. Come on, baby, go ahead and kiss me now. Right now. What if we don't get another night quite like this? No, I never felt anything quite like this. Oh. What if we don't get another night quite like this for a first kiss? Tell me what if all the stars line up for us and we let them down? Baby, take a look at me, take a look around. There's never gonna be another now. Oh, there's never gonna be another now.
So there you have it. That is called Another Now from Dave and Whitney here on Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt. Dave and Whitney, you guys have moved. I can sense it. I can feel that you're not in the bathroom anymore.
You mean you can hear it?
Yeah, I heard all of it while you guys were moving, too. Holy cow, you guys, I mean, I know you got a show tonight, but wow, did you have to, carry the drum set on your own?
Yeah, literally. I mean, we literally pack everything but the bathroom sink.
Yeah, that's why we just left it.
Yeah.
Well, Dave and Whitney are now on the road, which is, I mean, it's the life of a traveling musician, so obviously they've got to do what they got to do, but we're almost done here, guys, I promise, so hold on.
We're rolling with you.
You kind of stated earlier that Another Now kind of represented your guys' relationship and how you guys met, and I wanted to just kind of put it in a weird significance kind of way. The number 23 seems to be kind of important to your guys' relationship, isn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, it's been Google Maps that we both lived 23 miles apart growing up, yet we never met each other until we were at the age of 23.
Wow.
That's kind of a cool play on numbers there.
Yeah, but you guys didn't meet in Indiana. Where did you guys meet?
Well, we met in the 23rd state of Florida. I don't know.
I don't.
We made that up.
Oh, we should look it
might
up.
have made that up.
We should look that up and see if it was the 23rd state. That'd be great.
Oh my gosh, I would probably have to cry then.
And Daytona was the 23rd city to be cityfied. I don't know, whatever. Anyway.
That's so funny. But yeah, we did meet in Daytona Beach in Florida. People totally thought we made like the story up. They were like, "Oh my gosh, like everything lined up so perfectly. Did you make that up? Like, just to make it like a really good sounding story?" We're like, no, actually we did. I wish we were that creative. I feel like we're creative, but I'm not sure we're that good.
Well, but it is a cool story that you guys, didn't know each other all these years growing up, and it was, kind of a happenstance. It just kind of happened, didn't it?
Okay, so what was your question?
You guys meeting, it just kind of happened, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It just kind of happened. Some mutual friends that both invited us, so they might have had a part in it. But we call it a godly thing. We were blessed, and we were supposed to be where we both were.
Well, that's great. Again, it's kind of the thing of songs, I mean, you guys could write a song about it. You haven't yet, and I'm sure that maybe it's on the to-do list later on, but it's definitely a story that you guys could put to paper real easily.
Yeah, we definitely started parts of it. Just
it's in the hook book.
That's right. It's definitely in the hook book. Just not completed. Not exactly where we want it to be. We still got a lot of tweaking to do.
Well, I mean, a relationship is growing just like a song, right?
Amen. You got it. You already know. Life fights past, right?
Well, Dave and Whitney, this is the portion of the show where the management and promotions team and, well, hopefully you guys, too, fall in love with me, because this is the Pimp Yourself portion. Tell everybody where they can find you online, social medias, websites, whatever it may be. Just tell everybody how they can follow along with your up-and-coming career.
Oh, yeah, it's so nice to hear from everybody. We love getting emails from our website, messages on Facebook and Twitter. We really like hearing from the fans, and we're full on into that. We're the ones responding to you. So if you go to dave-amp-whitney.com, you can connect with everything on there. You can send us a message. You can get our Twitter, our Facebook, right through our hub, which is dave-amp-whitney.com.
All right.
You can check us out on iTunes and Spotify there.
Well, and that's what I did. I found you guys on Spotify. I found the EP Alibi on Spotify. But definitely listening to it, you guys have such a range across the 6 tracks. It made me realize that I should go out there and support you guys by buying the album. So that's what I'll be doing later on this afternoon. But it is a great little EP that you got there. 6 songs. And I feel like every form of country music is representative on that EP as well.
Wow, thank you so much. We appreciate that. We do love we have a large genre of music that we actually love outside of what we do personally. So we try to let some of our influences be pulled into the project. And we do love some funk, some soul. We love country. We love traditional country. We love classic rock. Mm-hmm. So we love some of the poppy stuff. So we try to let some of our influences be pulled into the project. And matter of fact, we have, I think 300 to 400 left of the actual hard copy, if people are still into hard copy CDs, and it actually looks like a vinyl.
Oh, cool.
We create it to look like a vinyl. We autograph it and we send it out to people all the time. We've got some in England, some in Switzerland, we have them all over the U.S. So
Sweden, we just got one from Sweden yesterday. We thought that was pretty neat.
That is awesome. The international draw of country music is surprising me more and more every day. Ireland is the second most popular country that my podcast is downloaded in, so I gotta love that.
Oh, yeah, we would love to visit Ireland. There's so many countries that are on our wish list of places we want to visit.
Absolutely. We love to travel, so good thing, right?
There you go. Yeah, the podcast, it travels a lot more than terrestrial radio does. I mean, it goes everywhere.
Yeah, that's amazing, and that's a blessing. And they actually do enjoy. They look forward to, because it's not the same over there as it is here. Mm-hmm. And so with my family being from England, my mom and my grandma, both born and grandma raised in England, that's something that my family even looks forward to, and as well as their friends and family. They love hearing about country music, and they love getting country music magazines out of all things sent to them, Christmas, birthdays. it's a thing for them, whereas you may not realize it because it's so convenient for us here in the U.S., but to them, it's not as convenient, and so they love getting stuff like that.
Well, there you go.
Just recently, we were on the cover of a Southern Indiana magazine called X-Stall. Say it again?
Yep, and we were also in Country Weekly
Yeah.
out of Nashville.
So the grandparents, they went out and got copies and sent them over, and when they went out, that issue with, Dolly Parton was on the front, and we were inside.
Of Country
Weekly, yeah. They went out, they looked for it, and that issue had already been pulled. Alan Jackson was already out for next week's edition. So Grandma, being as savvy as she is, she gets online, finds a phone number for Country Weekly, calls him, gets a hold of, I think his name was Pat, and talks to him.
His name was Will.
It wasn't Pat. And he was super nice dude. We just met him.
He ended up sending her a box of them, I think 6 or 7 of them, she said. So that was so amazing to her, because then she got to send them over to England was the point. And along with the X-Stall magazine as well, which was, like you said, local to Indiana and Kentucky. And so she got to send those to England as well, and that means the world to them.
Well, that's awesome. You gotta love the international draw that country music is getting now, even at the grassroots family level, right?
That's right.
There you go. All right. Well, Dave and Whitney, it's been a pleasure chatting with you guys. Before we hear the brand new single that's out, tell us about Alibi.
Yeah, it's a very strong message that we want to send out to people. If you're in a bad relationship, get out. There's that's just what we want to send out to them.
There's going to be another door that's going to open, and it's going to be like a tenfold, When you bless somebody else, you get blessed tenfold. Well, it's the same thing when you have to do one of the hardest things you've ever had to do was lead somebody, and you couldn't figure out how to do it, and you finally do it. Then all of a sudden you can feel your world, open up, and you're free, and something happy comes along. Somebody that's wonderful is meant to be with you.
Yeah, that's kind of how Whitney and I feel getting into our relationship. We feel better than we ever had before in any other relationship that we've been in. So the story of Alibi, it's told in a clever way, and we really like how subtle it is. It's not quite the Goodbye Earl where they kill him and put him in the trunk. You don't really know what happens to the guy, but it was
time for her to get out.
Yeah. There you go. Well, Dave and Whitney, again, thank you very much for taking some time to chat with us here at Off the Beaten Path. I really appreciate it.
Hey, yes, and speaking of, make sure everybody tunes in here soon at the end of January or beginning of February. Be looking for the music video, the release of Alibi.
There you go. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we would love to even send it to you. If you want, you can send it out to all your viewers and fans and have them connect with us.
Well, yeah, we'll put the link up on the website, definitely.
All right, thanks, Ben. This has been a wonderful time talking to you.
All right, and here it is. This is the single. This is Alibi, Dave and Whitney, right here off the beaten path with me, Ben Merritt.
Girl, you did what you had to do, and if I were you, I'd have done it too. 'Cause there's more to life than trying to hide your black and blue. Saw it coming from a mile away, and your jacket shades couldn't hide the pain. If anybody asked where you were last night, here's your alibi. We were sitting there swinging on the back porch, drinking red wine underneath that blacked out sky. Had our own little girls now watching Real Housewives, and the time flew by. Yeah, we'll say you had a flat tire, and you were too tired, so you just spent the night. Last time you saw me was doing just fine, and that's your alibi. And that's your alibi. Just say the last call he ever made was just to say he was working late, and anything that's after that, well, they should ask a girl named Kay. We were sitting there swinging on the back porch, drinking red wine underneath that blacked out sky. Had our own little girls now watching Real Housewives, and the time flew by. Yeah, we'll say you had a flat tire, and you were too tired, so you just spent the night. swinging on the back porch, drinking red wine underneath the blacked out sky. Had her own little girls' night, watching Real Housewives, and the time flew by. Yeah, we'll say you had a flat tire, and you were too tired, so you just spent the night. Last time you saw me was doing just fine, and that's your alibi. And that's your alibi. We were sitting there swinging on the back porch, drinking red wine. Had our own little girls' night, watching Real Housewives. And that's your alibi. And that's your alibi. Well, you did what you had to do, and if I were you, I'd have done it too.
Young artists, get your music on the show by emailing Ben at otbppodcast@gmail.com.
Small talking, old friends, catching up on how you've been. That smile I missed. Damn, it's good to see you again. I bought you a drink and I asked you to dance. After a couple more rounds, you were holding my hand. Next thing you know, we're closing it down. We're sharing a cab back to your house. And I know we were laughing, saying whatever happened, we can blame it on the wine when the sun comes up. If you're thinking it's because we were drinking, well, that don't mean that it don't mean much, 'cause it did, and it does. The truth of it is, I wasn't that drunk. I was tipsy when you kissed me, but that ain't why I kissed you back. I'll be honest, I've wanted to do that, do that. Oh, so long, oh, so bad. Then last night, it happened so fast, and I'd do it over. I wouldn't think twice, 'cause lying here sober, it still feels right. I know we were laughing, saying whatever happened, we can blame it on the wine when the sun comes up. If you're thinking it's because we were drinking, well, that don't mean that it don't mean much, 'cause it did, and it does. The truth of it is, I wasn't that drunk. And I want you to know it wasn't just the heat of the moment. And I know we were laughing, saying whatever happened, we can blame it on the wine when the sun comes up. If you're thinking it's because we were drinking, well, that don't mean that it don't mean much, 'cause it did, and it does. The truth of it is, I wasn't that drunk. Oh, I wasn't that drunk.
Off the Beaten Path podcast, me, Ben Merritt. There you go, the Josh Abbott Band featuring Miss Carly Pierce. Wasn't That Drunk? Name of the new single off the Front Row Seat album that came out in November. It's an awesome album, very fantastic stuff. Josh Abbott Band's been around for a long time. If you haven't heard of them, you're not from Texas. I'm not going to say that you're not a country fan, but no, I'm just kidding. But again, very good stuff coming from Josh Abbott Band. Those Texas artists, man, they can get by in Texas without like major label and still be like super big deals. I mean, Josh Abbott Band has over, 2.5 million listens on just that song alone on Spotify? Yeah, about 2.3 million. So you got to love that. That's Texas taking care of its own, right? Exactly. So coming up, we've got Dean Brody, and then we tell you who's coming up next week. But these are two artists that really don't need any introduction, but together they're kind of new. So here's Amanda Watkins and Jamie Johnson, If I Was Over You. It's Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt.
If I was over you, I left town a long time ago. Packed up and moved right on back home. And settled for an old friend I knew.
If I was over you, I'd stop calling you names. Tell everyone you were just an old flame. If I was over you,
but I'm not over you. I thought I was a time or two. I'm still not over you, 'cause I don't want nobody new. I want my man,
I want my woman
holding me all night through. If I was over you, I wouldn't still whisper your name. Whenever my heart felt that pain, if I was over you. But I'm not over you. I thought I was a time or two. I'm still not over you, 'cause I don't want nobody new. I want my man,
and I want my woman
holding me all night through. If I was over you, I wouldn't be standing here crying these hopeless tears. If I was over you.
Your home for new and upcoming country music.
Everybody ready?
We're ready.
Let's kick the tires and light the fire.
Main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blast off.
Off the Beaten Path with Ben Merritt.
I was hitchhiking, walking neath the beating sun, no luck, till that purple bus of love pulled up. They said, hey bro, looks like you could use a ride. Yeah, we took us a vote, we think you should drive, because we feeling kind of loaded. Not sure just where this trip is going, but probably somewhere on the water. torch in the sand. We just might never, ever come back from this. High up, side down. So we ate Doritos and on we drove. The only hippie not token was a girl named Flo. A groovy little smile, she really lit me up. She said, I'm looking for truth, but I'd be happy with love. And we were feeling kind of loaded. Not sure just where that trip was going, but probably somewhere on the water. Torch in the sand, we just might never, ever come back from this. High up, side down. Up, like two balloons. It's so fun hanging with you. Oh, I just want to stay right here, up in the clouds. This high up, side down. Hey! And we were feeling kind of loaded. Not sure just where that trip was going, but probably somewhere on the water. Her hand in my hand, we just might never, ever come back from this. High up, side down. We found a carnival out on a seaside pier. We shared a chili dog with cheese and an ice cold beer. The smoke was wearing off, we were losing the rush. Then she kissed me on the Ferris wheel and we went back up. Up, like two balloons. Oh yeah. It's so fun hanging with you. I just wanna stay right here, up in the clouds. Girl, you got me so high up, side down. All right.
Off the Beaten Path podcast, me, Ben Merritt. There you go. Great Canadian artist. That is Dean Brody with his latest tune, Upside Down, off the Gypsy Road album. Dean Brody is one of those guys, again, Canada, Texas, all those great secondary thought country music formats and country music locales that you're just like, there's no way great country music comes from there. But you just got to open up your mind a little bit. Again, country is countrywide. Thank you, Brantley Gilbert. Again, thank you as well for hanging out for this episode of Off the Beaten Path podcast. Again, Dave and Whitney taking some time to sit down with us. They were in a hectic, little runaround too. It was kind of funny. They were like, hang on, we got to get in the truck. Okay, hang on, hang on. It was kind of fun. Definitely interesting. Ryan Broshear going to be next week's guest. So again, stay tuned for that. We'll check in with family members as well, and all kinds of new great country music for you too. So that's going to do it for this week. Join me again next week with Ryan Broshear as our special guest here on Off the Beaten Path podcast. Bye-bye.